Today I want to ask you about the importance of love when it comes to prophecy. Obviously we know follow the way of love, eagerly desire gifts, and prophecy. Like, we know love's important, the greatest of these is love. But why does Paul use such strong language in 1 Corinthians 13:2, where he says, if you can prophesy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge and have faith that can move mountains, pretty big stuff. But if you don't have love, he says, I am nothing. He didn't say it's not perfect. He didn't say, I love your gift, but you need to make sure you work on love. He goes, I'm nothing. Literally nothing unless I have love. Why is he using such strong language?
I think the answer to that is because God is love. So if God is love, it doesn't mean at times he is loving.
Yeah.
At times he is not. He actually is love.
Yeah.
So if ministry or gift expression is supposed to be an extension of God to people,
Because it came from him. So
exactly. Yeah. If it's a ministry to an environment or person that comes from God, it cannot suddenly not be love. It doesn't mean whether he's adjusting a person, correcting a person. He can't stop being love because he actually is love. And so I believe what Paul is saying is, you are nothing, or probably an amplification would be, nothing of what you're saying or doing
is eternally worthwhile if it doesn't come
from God. Or actually represents God.
Yeah, because he says if you prophesy but you don't have love, and as you said, 1 John 4:8 and 16 is God is love. So if you are doing those things,
he's basically saying you're misled.
You're misled. You're nothing, as in he's highlighting it's meant to come from God, who is everything. Outside of God, what you've got to offer
is nothing.
Is nothing.
Man's wisdom is not needed. Man's ability is not needed. What's needed is God breathing into that situation wonderfully, purely, miraculously to bring about transformation.
Yeah.
And Paul's just saying, all of what you got that you're so confident in is nothing.
That's the key. What you're confident in outside of originated from me. And isn't that what Jesus pointed to in John 15:5, where he says, I'm the vine, you're the branches. If you remain in me and I remain in you, you'll bear fruit. Without me, you can do nothing. It's
nothing of eternal value. It's nothing of what it was and is God's intention. You've achieved nothing of God's intention because you were not operating out of the Spirit of Christ.
Yeah. That makes so much sense. And in this time, and it's always been through history, but I live now, so I can only really quote now. But in this time of overinflated ego and I am this and I can do this, and I'm saying, and that's across the board, God really does highlight, mate, I love you, I created you, but outside of me,
you're nothing.
No. So I reckon we just need to leave it at that simple today. Without love, and love is God. That's your point.
You can't represent him if it's not love, because he is love.
Yeah, and we don't want to do anything disconnected from God, because it doesn't ever represent him, but B, it's a lot of hard work.
It just is. And it doesn't end up well.
Because you don't see any apples straining to be produced. It's just an automatic flow because they're connected to the vine. Separate it, it ain't gonna.
When your heart is an extension of his heart, it will be a good fruit.
Amen. God bless.
Okay.